Hi, and welcome to Fairy's Food World. Today we will be baking Leches cake, which is 3 milk mixture cake. It has soft and ultra moist crumb. It is soaked in 3 milk mixtures with slightly sweetened whipped cream. This is authentic Leches cake recipe and the best we have tried. It beats any store-bought version. We love the simple, crowd-pleasing desserts that come together in casserole dishes like this easy Leches cake. They are easy to make and perfect to bring to potlucks and parties. They transfer well and are always first to disappear. So here are the ingredients we're going to be using today. The recipe calls for very simple ingredients, most of which are refrigerator and pantry staples. So here are the ingredients we're going to be needing. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/3 cup of whole milk, 1 cup of sugar divided into 3/4 cup and 1/4 cup, 5 large eggs, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. For mixture of syrup, which is our milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. For our frosting, we're going to be needing 2 cups of heavy whipping cream, 2 to 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Let's get started. First, I'm going to add my dry ingredients: all-purpose flour, salt, and baking powder. Going to give this a mix. I'm going to set this aside. Okay, the next I'm taking eggs and we're going to be separating the eggs white from the yolks. And if they're cold, they're easy to get separated. This is a very close call. Now we're going to set this aside. Bring the yolks. I'm going to add 3/4 cup of the sugar. And we're going to beat this until it's not yellow anymore, it's pale. I'm using a hand mixer. After mixing it for 1.5 minutes, you're looking for this color, which is pale, no longer yellow. I'm going to add our whole milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Just whisk it together. Since we're done mixing this, we'll set this aside. I'm going to work with our egg whites. Now I have a set of clean beaters. I'm going to whisk the eggs until soft peak forms for about a minute. Okay, now we're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar and then whisk it. This looks stiff to me. We have to make sure that egg whites are stiff, not hard. All right, now I'm going to take egg yolk mixture and the egg white, and we'll be using our spatula from now onwards. Now we're going to add the dry ingredients in. I'm going to take half at a time and gently fold it in. You could mix your flour and with egg yolk mixture and then add that over your egg white to make it a little easier on you, because this will take a little time because you're working with it very gently. If you have that done, that's going to be easier. Now I'm going to take a casserole dish and grease it. You could use butter or cooking spray. I'm going to transfer a mixture in here. My oven is already getting preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's best to use ceramic or glass casserole dish for the best rise of your cake. Besides that, you can just serve it directly. I'm going to put this in the oven, which is preheated at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm going to place this in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, now it's time to make the syrup for our cake. For that, we're using 1/3 cup of heavy cream, 1 can of evaporated milk, and 1 can of condensed milk. I'm going to put this in the mixing cup. Going to give this a mix. And we'll place this in the refrigerator until our cake gets ready, so it'll be nice and chilled. So the cake has cooled down. Now we're going to pierce holes with a fork or a knife all over the cake. Now we're going to take our mixture of milk and pour it all over the cake. Now we'll let this sit in the fridge for 30 minutes to an hour so all the milk can be absorbed in the cake. Okay, as you can see, the cake is all dried up. Milk has already been absorbed in it. It was in the fridge for 1 hour. I'm going to set this aside and come to our last step. I'm going to pour this into a standing mixer. With this, I'm going to add a powdered sugar, which is about 2.5 tablespoons. We don't want to overpower the sweetness because we have our cake already sweetened. I'm going to turn this on high for about 1.5 minutes or 2. Okay, this looks done. We just want it to be spreadable thickness. Okay, we're done with our very final step. Now this part is optional. You could add 1/2 cup to 1 cup of berries of your choice. I'm using strawberries here. This is it. The Leches or 3 milk cake is all ready. The cake is rich but has a light feel to it and is balanced by lightly sweetened whipped cream. I hope you give this recipe a try. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.